Trump distanced himself from Matt Gaetz, acknowledging the political risks of supporting him. After reaching out to senators and consulting with top advisors like J.D. Vance and Stephen Miller, Trump admitted to his inner circle that his efforts to save Gaetz's struggling nomination were not making headway. "I'm using a lot of my political capital," Trump explained, noting that he couldn't afford to push too hard. This remark echoed a warning from a lawmaker who advised Trump that pushing for Gaetz as Attorney General was costly due to allegations of sexual misconduct. "We'll support you on Gaetz," the lawmaker said, "but you're expending a lot of political capital." Eventually, Trump told Gaetz the votes weren't there and encouraged him to withdraw. Gaetz, who faces accusations involving a 17-year-old girl, denied any wrongdoing and pulled out 45 minutes after CNN reported details of an alleged encounter involving Jane Doe, the woman who claims she had sex with Gaetz at age 17. Trump quickly turned to Pam Bondi, a former Florida Attorney General, who brought the experience Gaetz lacked, without the controversy. Bondi has long been a loyal supporter of Trump, even defending him during his impeachment trial. She also led the legal division of a pro-Trump firm and became a registered lobbyist. Insiders point out that Bondi isn't aiming to dismantle the Justice Department like Gaetz, and she has a reputation for respecting the rule of law. Her record, including hiring her Democratic opponent from the Attorney General race, stands in contrast to Gaetz's. With Gaetz out of the picture, attention shifted to Pete Hegseth's nomination to oversee Pentagon operations. Despite some concerns over his failure to disclose a paid NDA settlement with a woman who accused him of sexual assault, Hegseth's confirmation is widely expected. However, the transition team is more focused on the nominations of Tulsi Gabbard and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. The GOP-controlled Senate can likely only reject one more nominee. Gabbard's lack of experience in national intelligence and controversial meetings with Bashar Assad have raised red flags. Similarly, RFK Jr.'s history of promoting conspiracy theories and controversial stances on vaccines, Wi-Fi, and the pandemic make him a contentious choice for HHS secretary. Criticism of RFK Jr. primarily comes from the left, with liberal media and Democratic lawmakers opposing his nomination. His pro-choice views and numerous controversial statements have made him a polarizing figure. Meanwhile, Trump's team remains indifferent to other nominations, assuming that voters are less familiar with roles like energy or HUD. Some Republicans have expressed dissatisfaction with the pro-union rep, Lori Chavez DeRemer's nomination for Labor Secretary, but this discontent is mostly limited to party insiders. This cabinet lineup is the most ideologically diverse in modern history, according to Axios. It includes figures like Marco Rubio for Secretary of State and controversial picks like Hegseth, Gabbard, and RFK Jr. Other notable selections include Dr. Oz for overseeing Medicare and Medicaid, Matthew Mike for the FDA, and Jeanette Nishiwat as Surgeon General. Former Congressman Dave Weldon has been tapped to lead the CDC. A CBS poll reveals that 59% of Americans approve of Trump's handling of the transition.